Hello and welcome to the sixth race of the color racing season here at Michigan. I believe I did alter the track slightly. As well as I actually altered the tracks. I don't know what I did. I think I changed the drafting distance. They draft closer together. Starting line with blacks on the pole. Purple in second. Got tan and maroon in second row. Lime in fifth. Flame. Orange. That's flame. Sixth. Brown is seventh. Navy is eighth. Cyan is ninth. White is 10th. Light gray is 11th. Light pink is 12th. Red is 13th, blue is 14th, magenta is 15th, light blue is 16th, 17th is green with 18th orange, and dark gray and yellow run at the back. Currently, magenta is the only car to get a top 10 in every race. They have 5 straight top 10s. They also have 3 wins, which is the most of anybody, and that's more than half the races. We'll see if they can get a 4th win here today. Yellow and white are also tied for second in points, as the cars have now begun moving. Looks like everybody's car will be fine to start the race. If everybody's moving along, that's good. Sometimes cars will have issues at the start of the race. Here they go. Still flying. It's black. I think it's black. Yeah. That's black. I'm gonna lead into the line to go green. But to say like 3 or 4 wide probably here. These resets are crazy. White already jumps to the outside. We one pit stop late in the race. And at 20 laps. Cautions are possible. This show how they race really close to each other. But it's not guaranteed that there will be one. Not like Daytona where I set it to something similar to this, except Daytona's way lower. The drafting distance. They won't be working every lap like they do at Daytona, and they probably also won't do at Talladega. Purple has gotten a sizable lead out in front of black here. Purple will lead the first lap at Michigan, unless someone gets a sudden huge run. So that first lap led since Daytona. Field starts to spread out a bit there. Focus on purple here. Magenta's gonna look for continuing their top 10 streak and make it a 6th top 10 streak. Let's have 4 top 5s and 3 top 3s. All 3 top 3s are of course victories. And they're now going 4 wide here. Cyan, light pink. Like wearing navy seems to be able to get the most of that 4 wide. Now they fall back a little bit there in the pack. And yeah, they're gonna get passed by a lot of cars there. I don't know if they had contact with the wall that they just suddenly stopped. Maybe the highline just sucks. Who knows? You might see some cars sliding up into the wall at some points. As purple, still at front, having almost a second lead on black at this point. As light pink is slipping a little bit there. And here goes blue and magenta behind them. Pretty far back in the pack though, of course. A lot of contact there. They almost wreck. So magenta's gonna get around red and navy there, and maybe even light pink coming to this corner. That would have been a huge corner for light pink as they gained like 3 positions. The rest of the field seems to be getting to single file. And black is not black. Purple's extended a lead on black by a bit. They're definitely hoping they can get a victory here after they barely lost. Barely lost, but they lost their chance at a win at Daytona. I'm not mistaken, so Maroon ended up winning that race. Again, leading lap gives you 3 points. As long as leading the most, that's gives you an extra 3 points. As little packs forming up here towards the back half of the top 10. In fact, that 3 wide, I believe, is 8th, 9th, and 10th place. Yeah, like on 3 wide, light gray's gonna pull out of that, and magenta, not magenta, cyan, lead that little group. Will continues to dominate race. Now over a 1.5 lead over black. You can see you saw black up there, there's just no one near them. Now black also got a huge lead in third place, tan. Look at this mess. Now magenta is not in the top 10 yet, which could mean they might get their first finish out of a top 10 spot. I believe both cyan and white are pretty high performing, so as long as they can get up front, like they are right now, they can gain quite a decent number of points on magenta. I believe this pack over here is catching up to tan for third place. This maroon is, maroon white are. This pack might not be. And purple and also we're 2-second lead over black. About a fourth of the way through the race here at Michigan. Finally take a lane side by side, and lime's gonna stick down to the middle. Mossling against 3 wide move as light gray's gonna move to the outside instead of pushing lime. And brown will succeed on the bottom. Bottom seems to be the best line currently when going like 2 or 3 wide. So red just stuck up the middle and just or up high. Brown maybe as long as you continue to keep some speed up in the top, you might be able to get around people. But definitely the bottom is the preferred lane when passing. You can see they're still batting for position here. And cyan broke away from that group a bit there. And purple just continues to dominate this race, so there's 6 laps led. But if they get to 10 laps led, they can automatically get tied for the most laps led of this race. And actually no, it's 7 laps led now. Thing did not update quite yet. I said that. And cyan is catching up to white real fast here. Might have to watch them out for in the way up the pack. And looks like this little pack that we had earlier is separating up a bit. We still got 3 in a row. Around lap 18, lap 19, they are gonna pit. One of the tests I did, there was a really weird situation where like the caution came out after some cars pitted, so the one car led most of the laps, ended up getting like 14th, and then everybody else was turning into pit lane the last lap or something. I don't know if it was the last lap or the lap after, and they were all going really slow. There will definitely be a fuel problem if they don't pit. I think they definitely can make it if they know how to save fuel, but like, let's be honest. The AA is not that smart. Lime's gonna get past brown there. Magenta is having trouble here for the first time, it seems like this season. And this is their type of track, really. They won the Kansas and Chicagoland races, which are both big tracks, big 1.5 intermediate tracks. It's definitely a bit of a longer track than those, but it'd be pretty similar. Up on the leader of purple. Now 9 laps led. The latest lap, they'll once again tie the bonus 3 points. Purple just dominated this race here. And people are starting to separate themselves a bit. Check out the order. So side-by-side racing here. In red and brown. That's 8th through 10th from red to flame. And yeah, maroon took over 4th from cyan. Cyan's still in the top 5 though. White's still following them. Magenta is now back into 14th. They might have a chance to get a top 10 here, but you know. They really like seeing the wins out of nowhere, so probably some stupid caution at a terrible time for most of the leaders, and then Magenta's gonna win the race or something. That's how Magenta rolls. Purple has never won a race, and they're looking like they can just win this one. They've just been dominating here at Michigan. Over a 4-second lead, almost 4.5 seconds. Actually, no, it's gonna be a 5.5 second lead. They are gaining over a second per lap on second place Black. Unless Black probably hit, looks like Black probably hit that wall that lap or something there. Wondering why they were gaining so much time. Black must have hit the wall at some point this race, and of course that must be slowing them down. That is still an absurd amount of time to be gaining over. Or, so I assume it was the last lap that Black hit the wall there. You can see in the battle for fourth, Cyan is caught to Maroon. Gonna follow around the track currently. I think they're still getting over second per lap. Looks like Tan's gonna catch up to Black for second there. And like, multiple cars have gotten around to white at this point. Lime and red have both gotten around white. Cyan is still just following Maroon here. Looks like Green Lime is gonna catch up to them. Possibly join the battle for fourth. Like more cars behind them are getting side by side here. Light pink takes that. I believe that's the 10th spot from Flame. That was the 9th spot actually. Looks like purple didn't gain a certain amount of time that lap on black. Just hasn't updated yet. I believe it has. But I think black might be catching purple now. I doubt that'll happen. I'll have to like have a really good pit stop or once again like a stupid caution at the perfect time to be able to pass them. It starts to come up around lap 18. It's really towards the end, so a lot of things can happen there as slower cars are on the track. Faster cars, sometimes cars go on too long and we run out of fuel. Yeah, purple's gaining time in black. They're gaining like 0.3 of a second. And tan has made the gap just 1 second between them and black. Meanwhile, in the battle for fourth, Cyan seems to have taken it over. Whereas purple clinched the extra 3 points for leading the most laps. And they could very well become the first car to lead every lap in a race. I doubt that'll happen because of pit stops, but if everybody pits on the same lap, it's a big track, so that could happen. They could do it. Once the side-by-side racing is gone, but there is a bit of a group here, as white continues to lose spots. Fall back the order. And we're gonna go 3 wide here. Never mind. Decided not to. It's side-by-side battle. Oh! Light pink just slammed white there. They're gonna get slammed to the wall. Oh no, they're not gonna get to the wall, but they're gonna lose 2 positions there. Looks like light pink got bumped from behind and just get absolutely sent into white, and they managed to keep everything going. It's good because that might have been that caution might have ended the race. I'm not sure. Oh, Flame's gonna get turned to the wall and they're gonna spin. And Navy's and Magenta are gonna drive right into them. Looks like everybody else is gonna avoid them probably. That is not good for any of those cars involved, of course. Look at a replay on that. See if some other 2 incidents were connected there. And as usual, would have guessed, but purple up to 16 laps led. Look at all that damage on Magenta. They might even DNF. Here's the first one where light pink looks like white just slowed down and light just slammed into them. I don't think it's really connected to what happened to brown and flame though. The brown and flame are on the outside here. Looks like they're probably stuck a nose into there. This spins and looks like light gray was on the outside of flame. Maybe they made a bit of contact there that pushed them out. And then of course both magenta and navy got involved. Magenta's probably not good for little. They're gonna lose a huge points lead. Quite a lot. But they do have a huge points lead, so it won't affect them that much. They probably still be first in the endless race. Maybe. Just look from above. There's a combination of light gray going up the track and brown coming down the track a little bit. Kinda ended up shoving them together. I don't think navy and magenta expected flame to go up the track that much. Not a good day for any of those three cars now. As both flame and magenta I bet are gonna DNF and probably. Yeah, Navy's definitely a DNF. Actually, I'm not sure about magenta. They have a lot of damage, but they might be able to continue out. At least get the top spot out of those three. We'll see if that's gonna be the last caution at the end of the race or not. Purple is out in the lead. Figure out where is the pace car. I think that'll be the end of the race. The question is, which cars will have to pit? We'll speed up to when they all get in line. Might pit. We're now on lap 19, and it seems like nobody's gonna be able to pit this lap. See if anything weird happens next lap, though. We're going to turn through right now, and magenta, navy, and flame all DNF'd from that big crash they had. Of course, magenta's first time outside the top 10. That'll be a huge win for Cyan, as they're now fourth, and is Black gonna pit here? Was Black really gonna be stupid enough to pit? Yes, they are! Black just gave up second place there. We'll see what place they actually cross the line, and if they actually look like everyone's going faster than everybody else. I'm interested in how this is gonna. No, they're gonna fall to fourth after that. So it did not work out for them by pitting there, as they'll cross the line in fourth. Maybe they try to see if they could get down pit road faster, as the cars in front of them are going very slow. But here's your winner, Purple, and Black just threw away a possible second place finish. Finishing order on your screen with the times things. You'll be able to see it again in a sec. Enjoyed. Race at Michigan. Next up is either Talladega or a short track. I forget which one.